until everything changed on the night of September 27th, 2024. According to Australian authorities, a woman in her 20s later reported that she had been SA'd inside Philly's hotel room on September 28th. Prosecutors revealed that the accusations involved 4 counts of sexual penetration without consent.
Bro, this is why I feel so hard to feel bad for these guys, bro. It's like they wake up and just want to go to jail.
Where you at, Berto?
Philly, his life is over now.
He might have built one of the worst reputations in UK media history, going from winning Personality of the Year in 2021 to facing charges so serious they brought his entire career crashing down. My name's Ryan, and in this video, we'll be looking at the deserved downfall of young Philly and the shocking updates in his criminal case. Before everything fell apart,
join
young
the Twitch,
Philly,
link to that
whose
be in the
real
description.
name
Where
was
you at,
Andreas
Berto?
Felipe, was widely seen as one of the most promising entertainers in the UK YouTube scene. He started his career in 2013 making and posting comedy skits, public interviews, and music-related videos like his cameo with Cadet.
This video, man, don't need you.
Hey, listen, young Philly, I'm a massive fan of you, Cadet Blood. Follow up my Insta, you know I like the big back things, you know when it jiggles.
His loud, confident personality made him instantly recognizable, and it didn't take long before he became a national sensation, with people describing him as legendary and that guy everyone wants to have in their friendship group. His collabs with Chunks helped him push him even further into mainstream popularity, turning them into one of the—
Do y'all remember this guy? I just remember, I didn't really know him like that till the bad stuff started coming out. And I ain't gonna lie, bro, as far as I could tell, was on some weird shit, but I'm sure they gonna talk about
most iconic duos. Philly's reach expanded even further when he became a recurring face on Foot Asylum and Pro Direct Soccer, eventually starring in Does the Shoe Fit?, a series where his unfiltered humor helped turn the show into one of the biggest dating shows on UK YouTube.
What up,
TV
Dreezy?
networks quickly took notice, leading to hosting roles on BBC Three's Hot Property in 2018 and Don't Scream in 2019, with The Guardian even describing his on-screen presence as so youthful that it should come with a new kind of 18 certificate. By 2023, he had become a fully established mainstream personality, and for a while, it looked like young Philly was on a trajectory with no ceiling, until everything changed on the night of September 27th, 2024.
Here's the
young
bullshit.
Philly performed at the Bar One nightclub while touring in Australia, which was a popular nightclub known for hosting international—
So he was dropping songs too? I didn't know that. I know he just said he was collabing with artists, but I didn't know he was dropping music. His music's good or ass?
artists. It was supposed to be another energetic show in front of fans, the kind of performance he'd done hundreds of times before.
You know I'm drunk. Look, this is how you know I'm drunk. I'm from Great Smoke.
Juke, you said his ass?
But after the event wrapped up, Philly returned to a hotel in Perth, and what happened inside that room would soon make international headlines. According to Australian authorities, a woman in her 20s later reported that she had been SA'd inside Philly's hotel room on September 28th. The next several days were spent gathering statements, reviewing injuries, and piecing together what had allegedly happened. And by the time police issued an arrest, Philly had already traveled to Brisbane for the next leg of his tour, which is where officers finally detained him on October 8th, 2024.
Yeah, I'm reading YouTube.
He was
I see you,
taken into
Blooper. What up?
custody and then extradited back to Perth, a detail that instantly made the situation feel significantly more serious.
Popular musician and YouTuber from the UK known as Young Philly has been extradited from Queensland to WA, accused of serious sexual assault allegations following an incident in Perth.
Some fans
Damn,
reacted
bro.
to the news saying, "Oh my god, I swear I had so much faith in Philly, why would he do that?" While diehards still tried to defend him, saying, "Innocent until proven guilty."
It should always be innocent until proven guilty, though. So that's why I'm not dunking on niggas, because you know, if he's innocent, I definitely don't think nobody should be running around shitting on
Let's
him.
not jump to any conclusions. During his first court appearance, the admin
But I did hear he was on some weird shit though. And that's the problem with these niggas. They be cooking their digital footprint so bad to the point whenever something does happen, even if they are innocent, it'd be hard to even look at them with a straight face, because it's like, I did see you do some weird shit in your content,
atmosphere around the case changed instantly when prosecutors revealed that the accusations involved 4 counts of sexual penetration without consent, 3 counts of assault occasioning bodily harm, and 1 count of impeding breathing by applying pressure to the neck, essentially a strangulation charge. But the real turning point came when prosecutors presented photographs of the women's injuries, describing them as proof of violent behavior and that no ordinary person could consent in those circumstances. The language used in court was so blunt and so severe that it immediately dominated the headlines. Police argued strongly against granting him bail, insisting that he was a flight risk and that the evidence they had made the allegations impossible to ignore.
Police investigating him say they have an extremely strong case that includes CCTV footage of the social media star on the night of the alleged offences.
His lawyer, a high-profile Perth barrister who went by the name of Seamus Rafferty, attempted to counter the claims, and despite the prosecution's objections, Philly was eventually granted bail. The court approved his release under strict conditions, including a ban on contacting the complainant, a restriction preventing him from discussing the case online, and an order requiring him to remain in Western Australia. His bail reportedly cost around $100,000, and the decision allowed him to stay out of custody.
Nah, they must have had some real evidence on this nigga though.
While the investigation continued. He later pleaded not guilty to all charges, but the allegations alone were enough to overshadow everything he had built up until that point. Then months later, 2 additional charges of
Caleb, I
sexual
see you being
penetration
consistent,
without consent were filed against him, which made it seem like the situation was only getting worse. A 10-day trial was scheduled for July 2026, almost a 2-year wait that guaranteed his name would stay stuck to these accusations for a long time. One day, he was performing in front of cheering fans, and the next, he was being walked out of an airport by Australian police.
Before we get back into the video, if you're in need of some easy free money, there's this app called Free Cash where they pay you money to play their video games. If you click the link in the description or scan my QR code on the screen, you'll be able to download the app and choose which games you want to play that are actually fun to make easy free money, bro. These apps are paying people to test out their games, so that's just how the system works, so you can make this free easy money. I'll show you guys right here. Plenty of people are telling me they're making an easy 5, 10, 20, some even hundreds of dollars extra a month. It's all transparent, it's not a scam, and they really do pay you the money through methods like PayPal, gift cards, whatever you need to cash out, they got you. So if you need the extra money and you like video games, click the link in the description or scan the QR code on the screen and get yourself some free extra money. Let's get right back into the video.
Facing charges that could end not just his career, but also take away his freedom. And just when the situation already seemed overwhelming for Philly, another legal problem surfaced, this time involving his behavior on the road. While he was out on bail for the Australian SA case, Philly appeared in the Perth Magistrates Court again in December 2024, facing an entirely separate charge. During this hearing, he admitted to driving at 158 kilometers.
Yeah, bro, these niggas. You're already facing a charge and you couldn't just calm your ass down. You had to go doing some bullshit, bro. This is why I feel so hard to feel bad for these guys, bro. It's like they wake up and just want to fucking go to jail.
Highway, approximately 100 miles per hour, which is 60 kilometers or 40 miles per hour over the speed limit. He was caught on a speed camera on November 17, meaning he was driving at dangerous speeds while already restricted by strict bail conditions. His car was immediately impounded as the incident was a clear violation of safe driving laws, and later on, he entered a guilty plea for the reckless driving charge. The court also adjusted his bail terms and he no longer had to report daily, but he was required to check in with police 3 times a week and remain in Western Australia until further notice. The reckless driving case didn't receive the same level of attention as the assault allegations, but it reinforced the idea that Philly was struggling to manage his behavior even under legal pressure. What nobody expected was for the situation to escalate even further, because just when it seemed like young Philly had hit rock bottom, an entirely new set of allegations emerged. And this time, they weren't from Australia, but from Spain. The new accusations came from a British tourist who claimed Philly assaulted her during a holiday in Magaluf, one of Europe's most notorious party hotspots. According to early reports, the woman had been visiting the island with friends when she ran into Philly at a beach club where he had been performing that night. They crossed paths again later at a nightclub and eventually ended up at a hotel room with several people, including one of Philly's friends. What made this allegation even more complicated was the sequence.
Man, when I was on probation, I stuck to the rules like a damn hall monitor in school. On me, bro. You're on probation. Just sit your stupid ass down. What's wrong with these niggas?
Described. She said she had consensual sex with Philly's friend earlier that night, but once she ended up alone with Philly in the room, the situation changed. She claims that this is when the assault happened. Instead of reporting it in Spain right away, she waited until she returned to the UK, then filed a report with British police. They forwarded the case to the Spanish Civil Guard, who then passed it on to a judge in Palma, the capital city of Majorca, who officially opened a criminal investigation. Because of how Spain's legal system works, the investigation is happening entirely behind closed doors, where there is no public hearings, no updates, and everything is private until a trial is confirmed. The only confirmed detail is that a magistrate requested formal cooperation from Australian authorities to question Philly under oath on Spain's behalf, meaning that while he is already dealing with multiple charges in Australia, another country is now investigating him for a separate alleged assault. The timing was devastating. For many people, one serious case was already career-ending.
So is he free right now? How many young Phillies do we have in the chat? How many young Philly fans do we have in the chat? I said young Phillies.
But investigations in two separate countries pushed the situation into an entirely different category. Angry fans were left commenting things like, is young Philly just going around assaulting women in different countries?
That's what I'm saying.
And young Philly is finished, SMH. The new allegations only made his case more complicated and forever changed how his fans viewed him. At this point, young Philly was facing the possibility.
Here's the thing, bro. It's really one of those situations where it's like, again, innocent until proven guilty. But, bro, why do you have so many negative allegations against you? It's really like people gonna start looking like, hey man, where there's smoke, there might be fire. Like, why the fuck is there so much smoke coming from your end?
Of spending years in prison across two different nations. And for a lot of people, this was already enough to end any chance of a comeback. But as the fallout continued, something else happened. Old accusations began resurfacing, claims that had once been ignored before. Back in 2021, Philly had already faced worrying allegations after several posts went viral, accusing him of messaging a 17-year-old girl named Alice Gomez and allegedly trying to meet up with her. At the time, the claims didn't gain as much traction, and many people dismissed them because there wasn't a major investigation attached to the situation. But after Philly was charged in Australia, those screenshots resurfaced across social media, and this time they spread much faster. Alice also came forward to narrate her experience, describing the whole situation.
4 years ago, I spoke to a young Philly on Instagram DM. He DM'd me and I ended up going to his flat. Him and his management, they worked very hard to manipulate me, obviously me when I was 17.
After which she added,
to make me feel like if I said anything, then they could ruin my life.
I don't understand what's wrong with these niggas. Okay, you see a girl you think is attractive, you approach her, you shoot your shot, you find out she's underage. Conversation over, just fucking leave. Why the fuck are y'all trying to maneuver and manipulate? There are so many of age, beautiful women out there. What are you doing? What are you doing?
My life would be over. You know, it'd be awful for me, awful for my mental health. So they convinced me to stay quiet.
And concluded with a post
Was he on the island?
I've been receiving death threats and abuse for the past 24 hours. And many people thinking I am the woman being referred to in the incident that took place in Australia. It's disgusting to see the messages that I'm receiving, considering what Philly has been charged with, and seeing that people are still looking to blame anyone but him. She also posted a video confirming that she actually ended up meeting with Philly.
I feel like I've got a song. People might not like all my songs, but then out of the, let's say, 10 years, you like one.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
And if I don't, then
you get what I'm saying?
Okay.
I don't think no one actually gets offended when you say music.
The situation never resulted in formal charges, but looking at it after his latest allegations, it reinforced the idea that something had been very wrong for a long time. Fans had everything to say from, I'm actually so shocked, the way he speaks highly of his mom and sisters, and now this, disgusting, to silly man, don't understand why he would do this when he's got so much to look forward to in life. I'm literally shocked. Around the same time these older allegations resurfaced, a TikToker named Big Jui uploaded a video publicly defending young Philly and directly challenging the Perth accusation. In the clip, Big Jui apologized to Philly, claiming that the Perth case had unfairly damaged how Australian women were being viewed online.
Before I go further into this video, I'd just like to take this time to apologize to young Philly. Deeply apologize. We are not like that. There are certain individuals that like to take things too far, and it gives the rest of us a bad name.
She then went further, naming the woman who accused Philly.
So the media is concealing who this female is. So everyone's like, who is this mysterious female? This mysterious female is Miss Emma Burns, the one and only stripper and sex worker.
And alleged that the encounter was
Okay. That's some good news.
Consensual from the beginning.
Emma went to the hotel with young Philly and they both had a mutual agreement. When you have a mutual agreement, babes, it's consensual, so there's no rape there.
She also suggested that messages allegedly sent to one of her friends afterward contradicted the assault claims, implying that the situation had been exaggerated.
Emma.
But this is why you shouldn't be paying for no vag in the first place, nigga. You end up in these fucked up situations. You over here paying for vag with sex workers, and now she saying that you done goddamn took advantage of her and some more shit. But let's lock in and let's hear the rest of the story before we pick any sides, man.
Burns had then texted her friends and said, one of her friends, and told her friend how much of a good time she really had and that she was ready to go home. Could her friend book her an Uber? She then told her friend, oh, actually, I don't need it anymore. That doesn't sound like someone who's being sexually assaulted, Emma. That sounds like someone who's having a goddamn good time.
According to Big Jui, this wasn't the first time Emma had tried to pull such a stunt. She had allegedly tried to frame another artist.
Emma Burns has...
Berto, that's ironic coming from you. Nigga, I've never paid for vag a day in my life. I would never do that. I genuinely would never do it. Cross my heart, on my soul, hope to die, all that. I would never do that. Why would I do that? Why would I do that? Why? I don't understand why anybody does that. I would never even throw $1 in a strip club, nigga. You niggas are like that. To me, that's genuinely retarded. Oh, can I say that? I'm sorry. Malfunction. I didn't say that.
Also done this to another rapper before. Sorry, she has tried to do this to another rapper or a musician. Bryson Tyler. I don't really know who he is. But she has tried to do this to someone else before.
But the case didn't pull through due to inadequate evidence. The video spread quickly across TikTok and X, and some viewers used it to defend Philly, saying that Emma should be arrested if she loses and sent to jail for 10 years, while others criticized Big Jui for publicly attacking an alleged victim and involving herself into an active criminal case. One of Philly's ex-partners also posted a video publicly speaking about her own experiences with him, and from the start, she made it clear that she wasn't trying to comment on the allegations themselves or claim to know what happened in Perth, only that she wanted people to hear from someone who had actually known Philly personally.
I actually know Philly, so at least the people that are watching this can have something based on someone that actually knows him.
According to her, Philly had always made her feel comfortable.
My experiences with Philly made me feel comfortable.
And never forced her into doing anything against her will.
If you don't want to do anything, if you don't want to... Bear in mind, we'd spoken last year. We'd been... seeing each other last year, and even then he was like, if you don't want to do anything, if you're not comfortable, we don't have to. But
just like Big Jui's video before it, her statement changed nothing. Fans left comments like, how can she have her side of the story when she wasn't there? And just because his experience with her was good doesn't mean it's gonna be with everyone. What followed was one of the fastest collapses of a creator's career the UK scene had ever witnessed. His YouTube channel started losing subscribers by the tens of thousands, Instagram unfollows piled up daily, and his TikTok, once built on constant viral videos, saw engagement fall off a cliff, losing over 200,000 followers. In the same spirit, companies and brands that had spent years building shows around him suddenly wanted nothing to do with his name. Foot Asylum, the platform that helped turn Does This Shoe Fit into one of YouTube's biggest dating series, announced a statement that read, "In light of these extremely serious charges, we are unable to comment further until the legal process has been concluded." ASOS, the clothing company, wiped every piece of promotional material featuring him. Heinz removed a collaboration that had launched only days earlier.
This nigga had a collaboration with Heinz, the company that made fucking ketchup. I'm telling y'all niggas, bruh, these hoes gonna get you in trouble. Keep the Johnson in your pants. Stop chasing lust. You're finna get bust.
Called Perplex, deleted an entire clothing line that had been built around him. Even the sidemen, who rarely edit their content, took down their 20v1 video with Philly without saying a single word, and it wasn't difficult to see why based on his behavior in the video.
Where are you about to touch me? I'm concerned.
What? You think I hear your waist?
I'm sweaty though.
So? I like sweat.
Nice to meet you.
Shit.
TV wasn't far behind either. A dating series produced by Gymshark called
Messy, 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 messy. Just kissing random hoes, man. I mean, she looked okay. She looked comfortable, but it's a fine line you walking on, dude.
Hit Off, which had already been filmed and was gearing up for release, never aired. His live UK tour with Chunks vanished from ticket websites overnight, and Upload Productions, the company that had been developing his future TV projects, put out a statement saying, "We are aware of the serious allegations that have been made against young Philly and the legal proceedings that are now underway in Western Australia. Therefore, in the commercial areas of business where we have responsibility, we have paused working with our client." In no time, young Philly had gone from being one of the most sponsored creators in the country to someone no brand wanted to be associated with at all. Marketing agencies even began classifying him as high risk, advising clients to avoid any partnership until the legal case was resolved, something that could take years. But the brand reaction was just the beginning. Creators weighed in too. Some did it directly.
You're just like a socially weird person. It's like you are entitled and arrogant.
It's a power thing.
Yeah.
There's a power thing there.
While others, especially
Damn, you get the Abba and Preach reaction. You're cooked. You're cooked. Let's go ahead and pack your career up, man. You're cooked. The Abba and Preach reaction. And then, you know how we doing it now? Face and thumbnail. It's over. He's done. He's cooked. There's no return from that. PR band of hell.
Especially from Philly's inner circle, kept their responses low-key.
Appreciate
Even
the follow.
Chunks, who had been his closest collaborator for years, kept his distance and released a short statement saying the following.
Yes, my peoples, like everyone, I've heard the reports coming out of Australia. Whilst I understand many of you want my reaction on it, as this is an ongoing court case, I hope you guys can understand that I can't and won't be commenting on it publicly. So yeah, I've just come on here to basically let you know the reasons as to why I can't. Love.
However, Chunks faced a lot of backlash after posting the video, with some viewers starting to believe he had something to do with the case. You are under no obligation to talk about it, Chunks. No court has ordered you not to talk. This screams guilty. An older video of Chunks making a suspicious comment about Philly also went viral.
Yeah, I would have let you marry my family, but yeah.
Why? I'm a good man. What's wrong with me?
No, I have too many stories. Anyway, yeah.
What story?
Oh, hell no.
Bend to the left. That's very scary.
Yeah, but what's that got to do with you when I'm clotted?
Adding more fuel to the fire and confirming that he knew something that others didn't. And in addition to that, old clips of Philly resurfaced everywhere.
I know you get a buzz from this.
See, he's too freaked out, bro. Even if he's innocent, he's too fucking freaked out. And that's why you end up in these situations, bro. You know, anybody can make a mistake, and this is why, again, I don't want to just dunk on niggas, because it's like anybody can make a mistake. But we seen, look at all the patterns we seeing. He's too freaked out. He's doing too much. Keep it P, bro. You're doing too much. He can't control himself.
You're gonna be
not crazy. Look at him. What are you doing?
I'm choking her? You trying to kill her? It wasn't like a choke. It was more like a, you know what I mean?
Mind you, what you do in your own bedroom with your shorty, she's laughing. She's probably, but it's like, this is a digital footprint that you are leaving on the internet. Lust is the killer of his career. Because now when people, it was cool in the moment, she's laughing, she's giggling, she's cool, it's cool in the moment. But then fast forward, you get caught up in an allegation, people start saying you doing this, you doing that. Now we looking back at that same clip like, huh? Hell no, man. This niggas can't stop. What the?
Moments that people had previously dismissed as jokes or typical lad behavior were suddenly being held up as red flags. Comments he'd made, flirting that once seemed harmless.
I'm 19 on Saturday.
19 on Saturday? Where you going Saturday?
London.
Okay, what club you going in London?
Libertine.
I'm gonna see you there, baby girl. Yeah? Cut that that one now.
or moments where he came across as cocky or overly forward, all of it was now being reframed as evidence of a darker pattern. People who had met him began sharing their own impressions, some saying he was arrogant off camera.
When I told you this guy is very entitled and arrogant, and that's what people around him say, and this is what these people in the clips are saying, this is just a reflection of what happened.
Others claiming he acted aggressively around women, going as far as body shaming them.
I ain't making excuses for bro, but since when did freaked out equal to predator? The thing is, I don't think they're necessarily saying he's a predator. The thing that he is going up against him is a sexual assault, SA. So, and it's just kind of like, again, I'm not saying he's guilty. I don't know. It doesn't seem like they've given a verdict on that. But what I am saying is, like, when you're just too freaked out, you controlled by lust, that's how you end up in these situations. Because just think about all the P's and PDF files out there that ends up doing weird shit, or just people that end up doing crazy things like SAing and whatnot. It's all rooted in disgusting, overly lustful, crazy thoughts. Like, you doing too much. You can't control yourself. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it ultimately leads back to that. No lack of self-control.
It's my YouTube videos, and he's like sending me pictures of myself in my videos, like telling me he didn't like what I was wearing, or like he didn't how I looked in that video.
And that was the brutal part. The public had already formed its own.
Wait a minute, but I'm very freaked out individual, but I don't go out in society and just be touching on women. Okay, but that's all the difference. That's literally all the difference. You have self-control. You do what you do in the privacy of who you are consensually doing whatever you're doing with. That's between you and that person, and y'all locked in. That's cool. That's normal. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with getting freaky weaky with a person that is consensually happy with, you know, doing what y'all do. What I'm saying is like, you can't be walking around and moving like that with strangers, though. That's weird.
Conclusion. His name stopped being associated with the content he made and instead became tied to the allegations following him into every conversation. After months of strict bail conditions in Australia, a judge recently granted him permission to return to the UK for the first time since his arrest.
Now, in September this year, he successfully changed his bail conditions. Previously, he was stuck here in WA, but just weeks ago, he successfully changed those bail conditions, allowing him to travel to the UK for the next few months, including for Christmas and New Year.
District Court Judge Gary William Massey approved the change to his bail terms, allowing him to spend almost 4 months at home, after which he must travel back to Western Australia for a trial.
So you basically convert from a freaky guy to PDF. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. I think you guys are misunderstanding what I'm saying, but I'm not going to explain it again. Y'all got to use your brain cells, man.
Under the updated arrangement, Philly is required to return to Western Australia by January 7, 2026 and surrender his passport the following day. The court also imposed a $100,000 surety on top of his existing $100K personal undertaking, basically making him promise to return by making him pay another $100,000, which he can get back if he does return. Additionally, all of his electronic devices must have location services switched on while he is overseas, allowing authorities to monitor his movements at all times. During his appearance, Philly confirmed he understood the revised conditions, thanked the
He has PDF file allegations? Well, they didn't say that in this video. I didn't know that.
Judge, and left the court without making further comments. Since coming back to the UK, he has reportedly been staying with family, and his first post after months of silence was a lighthearted question asking whether curly hair suited him. He is also more active, especially on Snapchat.
I want to buy a bike. Like the road ones though, like I can go far and fast in.
They did say that? Oh, I missed it then. Apologies.
Recommend me some, or send me the link to the best one, or if you're a company, hit me up.
With many assuming he is trying to monetize whatever platform he still has access to, now that his biggest brand deals are gone.
Sitting there on Snapchat trying to discuss his lifestyle again. Of course, his Snapchat is verified, so he's being paid in doing so, so he wants to try and make some money on return, you know, because he hasn't made any money for the past year and a half. Everything has changed, all the brands and friends.
And regarding Philly's return from Perth, there have been speculations that the financial strain of living under tight restrictions, along with the ongoing costs of legal defense, may have influenced the court's decision to amend his bail conditions.
It is to pay for lawyers. This man is not Diddy. Well, but this man is not Diddy in regards to net worth. Diddy.
Damn. Niggas getting compared to Diddy. He literally said this man is not Diddy, then retracted it and was like, well, I mean, essentially he is. He's just like a broke version. God damn. Nigga just called him the broke Diddy.
He still has 300 million to his net worth after the trial was done.
None of this has
Appreciate
been
the
confirmed,
follow.
but these theories continue circulating as people try to make sense of where his career and personal life stand today. A moment that received extra attention was a video of Philly saying that he's back at eating pork.
Hey, I'm back on the pork. I was sleeping for years. I'm back on the pork. I was sleeping for years.
What's up with this nigga?
But since his closest friends Chunks and Harry Panero are Muslims, viewers saw it as a shot at all of his Muslim friends for not backing him. Some believe they chose to distance themselves to avoid being linked to the current allegations, especially during such a sensitive period for his public image.
Yeah, he's a
Creators
UK
began
nigga.
responding as well. YouTuber Bouncer released a video titled, "I'm worried about young Philly. Can someone check up on him?" reacting to the clip of Philly talking about eating pork and suggesting that his recent behavior felt off.
And this is what made me just think, do you know what? Like, I need to check up on him, you get me? Like,
Hey, I'm back on the pork.
I'm looking at it and
it's a weird
I think
ass
something's
clip.
off there. He don't look normal there. He don't look normal there.
In the video, Bouncer pulled up several other
He
posts
looks
from
very
Philly's social media,
deranged.
pointing to moments that, in his view, showed someone struggling rather than coping normally.
Yeah, this nigga's weird, bro. How old is young Philly? Let's check. How old is young Philly? $30 ball, huh? What y'all think? Grown ass man doing what he's doing? Is this appropriate, chat?
Showed someone struggling rather than coping normally. But not everyone was happy with him making an appearance online. People started calling him out, questioning how he was assuming everything to be okay, and posting online as if nothing had happened. For instance, people criticized him for posting photos of him hugging his mother and sister, sparking an instant reaction across social media platforms. Gross. Why would he have someone take photos of his emotional reunion with his mom and sister, then post it to his socials? And Snapchat, I don't care that young Philly uploaded a new story. Leave me alone. The backlash intensified further when young Philly was spotted at Wembley Gym training alongside Chunks, which for many viewers seemed like it reopened nasty wounds that hadn't even begun to heal. After months of silence and public distance, seeing them together again made people feel like Chunks was rooting for him. If it were the other way around and Chunks was the one with the accusations, there was no way that Philly would hang about with him. We all saw how obsessed with money Philly was. There was no way he would risk the bag for Chunks. This was a dumb move and speaks volumes. And he will disown his son for his choice in religion, but support an alleged rapist. And as the backlash plays out online, the legal situation hasn't paused. Meanwhile, the Magaluf investigation in Spain continues. Authorities there are handling the case behind closed doors, and the judge in Palma has already taken steps to coordinate with Australian officials as part of the ongoing process. His Australian trial is expected to be lengthy, and the Spanish probe could also move forward to charges if the judge believes there is enough material. Philly will eventually have to face both cases directly, and the results will determine what happens to his career, his freedom, and his future. If you enjoyed this video,
word, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Ultimately, I hope the allegations are false, because at the end of the day, I'm not wishing on nobody's downfall, and I hope that nobody was harmed, you know what I'm saying? So I hope that the allegations are false. But what I will say is, where there's smoke, there's usually fire, and, you know, in his case, it just seems like he lacks self-control in a lot of different areas. And, you know, regardless of he's innocent or guilty, it does make it very hard for yourself to prove your innocence when you have a history, a digital history at that, of you acting like a moron.
Where you at, Berto?